Oh, hey there, guys. It's just me lining up my bow and arrow here, my recurve bow, reminding you guys to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 400,000 subscribers. I would like to get there. And if you don't, nothing's gonna happen to you. Of course not. Now you'll be safe, probably. I appreciate the support y'all been showing on this here channel, man. There's been a lot of love. And today, this video, we're not talking about this channel. We're talking about this channel here on my titty, AMP. The story of AMP is very fascinating because it started and fell apart a lot of times before it ever started. So let's get into it. First things first, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500 million. Drop a subscribe. Let's try and hit 900 million. Let's get it, baby. Also, next thing, bonnet. I'm wearing it because I have a bun right now, and y'all don't need to see that. It's none of your business. Second thing, the weight loss competition I'm doing with Phantom in the month of December. I'm telling you right now, the progress I've already made in like the 6 days so far when we've started is gonna be more than what Phantom makes all December. So my goal now is just to blow him out the water. It shouldn't even be a competition. That being said, now let's get into it. Okay, so AMP wasn't, let's just remove the name AMP. I wanted to move to the United States. I was currently living in Toronto and I was in the process of getting my visa, and I knew that when I moved, I wanted to live with a bunch of people. So I was reaching out, hit up Davis, Phantom. I was like, yo, let's live in a house together. Let's try and make something happen. And we were, most of the time, we was looking at some other cities, but most of it was in LA. So we're looking at homes in LA, like 8-bedroom, 10,000 square feet, massive homes, and it was gonna be like 6, 7 content creators in there. We reached out to a whole bunch of people. Most of them made 2K content. And we had like a core group of people we thought would be down to make something like that happen. Of that core group of people, I mean, we've had conversations over the course of weeks. We was looking at homes. We was like, it was a serious thing. But that serious thing quickly crumbled because one of the guys that we were talking to said that he was no longer interested, and then that like casted doubt amongst everybody else, and then a couple other people were like they're not so interested anymore, and then it was kind of just left with me, Davis, and Phantom. I know Davis really wanted to move to LA. I really wanted to move to America, and I just wanted to have a content creator house. So we was really running out of options of people to put in this house because I don't want to live in a house of people I don't know, and the people I do know either didn't want to leave their city or it was too big of a risk for them to leave their city. So that being said, that whole scene crumbled apart. And I remember at the very end of that, before all of that crumbled, Phantom thought up the name AMP. And so we're like, that kind of sounds cool, AMP, any means possible. I like that, that's cool. So when everything crumbled, we talked, but we weren't talking about that anymore. So months went by, and now Phantom is running with AMP in New York. Like, he's rocking it. It's, you see all over his Instagram stories and on his YouTube channels. I remember I called him and I was like, bro, you can run with the AMP name? What if we want to use that one day? And he's like, I was the one who thought about it, so I'm just gonna roll with it. He wasn't wrong. So whatever, Phantom's rolling with the AMP name now on his own personal channel, right? In the meanwhile, some time passes. Now it's like mid-2019. I finally got my visa. I'm moving to Atlanta. And because the content creator house didn't work out, I was still looking for someone to live with. And at the same convenient time, Lo was looking for a home too. At the time I called Lo, he actually was in the process of, he was just about to sign a lease like that day. And so I stopped him. I was like, yo, stop right there, man. What if we just get a really big house? Me, you, and Waleed.
That's me. What the f?
Hey, Waleed, watch out, man. You almost died. You literally almost died. You literally almost died.
Oh my god.
You're a strong guy, man. Really, really strong.
Why do you keep doing this?
Real strong guy.
What was the purpose?
Look how strong this guy is, man.
What was the purpose this time? Let me know.
Huh? I had to tell him to subscribe.
Or you're gonna...
I didn't say that now.
It wasn't an or?
No, nothing would happen to them physically.
Just subscribe.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so I called Lo and I was like, do not do it. And I didn't think he would actually not do it, I'm not gonna lie, because Lo is like a real stubborn guy, especially when it comes to me. So he'll argue some he doesn't, even if he wanted to live in a house with me, I would have bet that he would argue against it just because it's what I wanted. Because he's that type of guy. But Lo did it. And so it was very convenient because unlike our situation in LA when we were looking at a group of content creators, Lo currently lived in Atlanta. So he could have went to view the homes, and that's what we did. The thing about being young and having money is that most people immediately assume you're a drug dealer. So it was actually very challenging to get a home, actually incredibly challenging. We put up more than 20 offers. We got rejected over. We had to write essays. Why do you want to get accepted? We had to do the most. We got rejected over and over and over again. Lo probably went to around like 25 houses. We put up like 20 offers. We made calls. Like, it was a process, guys. And the fucked up part about it was that Lo at the time was living on the south side of town. So To come all the way up to Atlanta and in some of the homes in the north side of town, it would take him 2.5 hour round trips. But he was doing it over and over and over again just to get rejected over and over and over again. This is coming back to A&P. Give it a moment, guys. So Lo was actually about to quit looking because he thought that it was impossible for us to get a house, especially at the size we were looking for, at the age that we are, because nobody would just trust us. But I badgered Lo. I was like, yo, let's give it a couple more shots. Come on, like, let's make this happen. And it worked out. Literally the best house we looked at for the best price. That's what we got. I can't make this stuff up. And at the time, we were offering full year up front, more than asking price, all type of shit. And we were still getting no's. So then boom, now I moved down to Atlanta. Waleed eventually moved down with me, and now I'm living with Lo. We got this whole situation going on. But it still kind of bugged me because the idea of AMP is, at the time, the idea of living with a group of people and making group content was still on my mind. I remember I gave Davis and Phantom a call and I was like, yo, what are we doing right now, man? Because like, if we really want to make big moves, like let's make something special happen. And you see special stuff from time to time on YouTube, and I want to be like at the fucking core of that. Like I really wanted to make something massive. When I called Phantom, I was on the phone with Phantom, and hold on, let me call him right now. When I was on the phone with Phantom, you could hear that he was with it. Like it was something that he really believed in, and he would go like 1,000,000% to make it happen. So that was reassuring. I just want to ask you a question. How did you feel about A&P when it started? Like, were you gassed about it? You thought it was gonna be a flop? What happened?
Yo, my right eye is going the wrong way, bro. What the?
I feel like you didn't answer the question. How did you feel about A&P when it started?
What the? I don't know. Like...
Yeah, all right, bro. Never mind. He's always confused. Phantom could be. How could he always be confused? How is that possible? Anyway, Phantom would just. You could feel it. I feel energy, man, and I felt that Phantom was with it 100%. And with something like this, you need people to not just be interested, but to be 100% down. So then when Phantom was interested, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a no-brainer. Me, Phantom, and Davis are already close. I'm gonna call Davis. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be with it. Boom, call Davis. Davis is with it. Now I'm gassed, because I'm like, yo, this really might happen. It's convenient because me and Davis already live in Atlanta now, and Phantom doesn't, but so far, like the logistics of it isn't crazy. It's not like the 5-hour trip from Atlanta to LA. The 2-hour trip from New York to Atlanta is way more reasonable. All right, we might be able to make something happen here. So then while we're on calls, I'm thinking to myself, like, we need like a fourth person to round this out. Like if we get a dope fourth person that can complement the rest of the group, like we don't want someone that's already like us. We want someone that's like-minded but different and just gonna provide like different sauce to the videos. And so I remember, I think Davis recommended Duke, and I was like, word. So now I'm looking at Duke. I'm seeing like, yeah, that might be a good fit. Duke lives in South Carolina. That's a 2-hour drive away. That's good logistics too. Interesting. I was actually surprised that Duke was down, because I thought Duke might have been interested, but I thought it was highly unlikely that he would have been like really interested in making this happen, but he was. So then now we have a group of core 4 people, Duke, Davis, me, and Phantom, that were really inspired to make something special happen, make group content. Boom. I remember we got together for the first link up, and we were just like very underprepared, because the type of videos we do on like main and second channels is largely simple videos. Like they usually, like it's right here, I record, I click on the camera, I have my audio, and that's it. But when you go out and you have recordings, like there's infinite things that can go wrong. And I feel like we just weren't really prepared for that. None of us were. Man, I remember we recorded a video, the briefcase video, if you guys remember, the one where Davis crashed his Tesla. Lead, roll the clip. Davis! That video. In that video, cameras just died while we were recording. Like we didn't have enough cameramen, we didn't have enough cameras, we didn't prepare for lighting situations. It was just an overall bad video. The idea of it was dope, but our execution of it was really poor. So we was looking for editors at the time, and I remember I reached out to this editor to make something happen. I was like, boom, I think he's cool. Like I know a guy who said that he makes good. Boom, let's give him the video. We gave him the video. A week later, he comes back and the video is flat out horrible. Like it's bad. We was watching the video back. I was watching it with Davis, and we were just like, man, do we just have zero ability to be entertaining? Is that what that is? Because the video we recorded right here is just objectively bad. There was other videos we recorded that were dope, but the first video we were supposed to post was just bad. And so we were already like having doubts about like how this would play out, because it just wasn't entertaining. So then after that happened, I remember I met Chris, AMP Chris. We met him at DC. I went to Virginia one time to shoot a video where I pulled up to the 2K servers and I did some investigative analysis on my main channel. And I asked Davis and Phantom to come through because it would be way more fun if I had people to do it with. And they did. While we were in Virginia, we drove to DC on the second day because we were bored of Virginia. And while we were there, we met up with Chris, and that was my first time meeting him. So when Davis recommended Chris edit the videos, I was like, I remember seeing him edit like some Soluminati stuff before, and so I know like he has a creative sauce, but I was actually very pessimistic that he'd be able to do it on a weekly basis. Very pessimistic. And I was actually the most against it. And I'm a really straightforward person, so like when someone recommends something, if I think it's incorrect, like I'm gonna say it. We have nothing to lose at this point because the person I had edit the video did a horrible job. And so we didn't even give Chris the raw files. We actually gave him the final footage that the other guy edited. And Chris put it together in a way that was so beautiful that it just blew our minds. Without a doubt, we had no other doubts in our mind that Chris was gonna be that guy. Boom, let's try and make him part of it. And we did. It just so happened that throughout the course of the videos, Chris is also great on camera. So he started making the trips down here to Atlanta to come to the shoots. And it's not too bad for him. He lives in Maryland, so it's not too far of a trip. So then now we have this core group of 5 people. Now it's Chris, who's editing the videos, and he's starring in the videos too. We got Duke, Davis, me, and Phantom. And I remember when we first started, I knew that there was gonna be some workflow issues and dropping a video every single week, considering that we were across the country from one another, would be challenging. So we got ahead in videos, like we had 8 videos well ahead of time. So we was posting videos that were already done. Like we had a 3-month period where we linked up, recorded videos, and just stored them. So eventually when the Rona hit, it made it even more difficult for us to record those videos. And like we couldn't find basketball courts to play on. The places that we used to record aren't letting us record there no more. It was challenging. And so that backup log we had, that safe haven of 8 videos we were ahead at, quickly began to deplete. And yeah, I don't know, man, AMP's been the coolest thing because we've worked through so many issues and like we've gotten so much closer and the videos have gotten so much better. And the growth has been so unreal, it's unbelievable. In less than a year since this launch, because we launched it in February, it's already outpaced all of our individual channels by a large margin. So then we really wanted to make something special at the beginning, and now we're like maybe 10 months into this thing, and it feels like we're at the precipice of just doing something magnificent. So every link up, we link up like once a month. We all come to Atlanta right now. It might be other cities in the future, but right now we all just pull up to Atlanta. We shoot 3 to 5 videos and then we just go back to our cities and then Chris cuts them up, boom, then it's posted. But it genuinely feels like we're doing something like real special. I remember when we recorded the boxing video, the first boxing video, because we're about to post another one, if not today, then tomorrow. After we got done watching the video, we all just kind of like looked at ourselves and were like, man, this is about to be incredible. Like no one is doing this right here. And that is the type of that I want to be a part of. And that's the type of energy that I want around me. So when we link up to do these videos, a lot of the time it's uncomfortable videos. Like we have a paintball video coming up. And I got hit a lot and I got a lot of bruises. I'm the type of guy, and if you guys know me in real life, you know I hate getting hit in the head with a passion. But I'll still do those boxing videos. I'll still do the wrestling videos because the content is so important to me. So it's like we're in the process of just, in my opinion, doing something special. And we're just getting better and better at it. So I honestly feel blessed to even be in that position. That on top of the podcast that's about to hit 100K, it's growing. Wouldn't expect it. It's not a 2K podcast. It has no niche. It's just a podcast where we talk about. That's so hard to do and grow, but we're doing it with Low. I'm about to launch a new channel. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna talk about that in my next video, but I'm about to launch a new channel and that's gonna be, I think, on some like AMP level. I think we could do something crazy with it. And of course, my main in this channel. So it's like, man, I spent a lot of this year kind of just trying to diversify and I'm so happy that by the end of the year, not only have I done that, and very successfully, but on top of that, like everything else is kind of panning out for me. Like everyone has in good health. Like I'm in way better health. Like I've lost a lot of weight. I'm making more money. I'm happier. I didn't even know that was possible because I was really happy to start the year. I'm happier than I was at the start of the year. Yeah, overall, man, I'm just looking to just do more. And man, I think 2021 is gonna be crazy with what we do. I mean, what I do, especially across all the channels. It's gonna be dope, man, for real. Hey, no cap, man, I really do appreciate y'all for being a part of all of that, man. Especially the people that are subscribed across like all the channels I have, because it's a lot now. And it's about to be a 5th one now. That really means a lot to me. You guys have no clue. It makes it easy for me to get up on the days where I don't really want to, or like when it just makes the process of creating content easy because I know that I'm doing it for a reason. You guys aren't just like bots, you know what I'm saying? I walk outside and I see you guys every fucking day. That is incredible to me. So it's like every time I leave the house, I see people and their faces light up when they see me. That's like, how can I not continue to work towards making the world a little bit better? You know what I'm saying? I was having that conversation with somebody yesterday where I was saying like, I really just want to have a really positive impact. Because that's what like, I grew up and people did that for me. Like I would watch Kobe and Dave Chappelle and that's what they did for me. It was like, man, just to be a fraction of what they are to me would be an accomplishment. So I'm gonna work towards that. And so that's what I'm gonna try and do here with these videos. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking though, because this video has been going on for long enough. Hey, a lot of love, man. I do appreciate it. I have no clue. Y'all new to the channel, man. Be sure to subscribe. Drop a like. I'm probably gonna do a reacting to A&P memes video in the next couple days. And I have a couple other dope video ideas planned on this channel here. And I'm uploading on the main most likely today. So links to everything again is always in the description. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Some videos on the screen right now if you're bored. I'm out. Peace.